Hello, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to shining sea. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live, a show about radio for people who love radio. On today's show, Morse code versus text messaging, who could do it faster? Plus, a 10 to 12 meter directional antenna you can build that'll help make you calls. Plus, we'll have your comments worldwide. It's Memorial Day, May 30th, 2022. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live.
Memories press between the pages of my mind. Memories sweeten through the ages just like wine. Quiet thoughts come floating down and settle softly to the ground like gold of autumn leaves around my feet. I touch them and they burst apart with sweet memories. Sweet memories of holding hands and red bouquets.
Just a great song to play for Memorial Day here in the U.S. I'll explain what Memorial Day is here to us and talk about its difference between another day that we celebrate in November called Veterans Day. From around the world, wherever you may be, I want to welcome you back to Ham Radio Live. Away we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Shack in Oregon. My name is Larry. My call sign, Amateur Radio, is Kilo 7 Hotel November. A very happy Memorial Day to you here in the States. It's May 30th, 2022, and I'm grateful to be a part of your life today. We celebrate Memorial Day, and many people consider it the beginning of summer here in the States, even though it falls almost a month or 3 weeks before summer officially starts. And then the end of summer is typically thought of as Labor Day, which is the first Monday in September, even though there's a few weeks of summer left. It's interesting. But the difference between Memorial Day in the States and Veterans Day is strictly a military holiday where you honor our fallen veterans or people who are in the military. On Memorial Day, we honor people who came before us and have passed on. So I can tell you from all truthfulness, this is a hard day for me to do a show because my mother died in 1995 on Memorial Day, and it was the 29th day of May. So this is back-to-back days of memories for me, but I'm grateful to spend some time with all of you today on today's show. Let's take a look at who's on the list first. It's number 13. The Smoking Ape comes. Look at this guy. He just does it all the time. And how he does it, I don't know. But, when you have, the gadgets, you think about it, right? You have gadgets and gizmos and stuff that help get you out of trouble that no one else has. You don't know where he's at, nor his call sign. But we think it's call sign just one. That's it. Coming somewhere through the continental 48 states, the Smoking Ape did it for time number 13. Congratulations, mate. That's great. That's so awesome, man. Give this man a beep beep. Congratulations, buddy. Happy Memorial Day to you. Daniel, welcome. State of New Hampshire's here. Happy Memorial Day to you as well, my friend. Andy New, Mike 7 Charlie Union November, welcome from the UK. Also in the UK, but all in Ireland, that's Kevin O'Doughbohan. Kevin, welcome. It's nice to have you as part of the show. Cliff Bolts, Whiskey Delta 4 Oscar Bravo Papa, joins us from the Commonwealth of Virginia. Thanks for being here. Rob in Arizona, Tucson to be exact, November 7, Tango Tango Alpha. Good to see. And Steve asks the question everyone wants to know, Mike 7 India Whiskey Hotel to the Smoking Ape, how the heck do you do it so much?
Hey, that's a joke, son.
Yeah, pretty much. Amazing. Andy Cowley, hello, brother. 2 Echo 0 Romeo Echo Echo joins us also from England. Nice to see you, Andy. Happy Monday night to you. I mean that very sincerely. It's good to see you guys on a very, very special day here in the U.S. Really is. Winan joins us from Namibia in the country of Southern Africa. Namibia is a beautiful place. Winan, welcome to the show tonight. Good to have you, buddy. Good to have you. Yeah. Good to have you. Oh, Smoking Ape can't stay. Hope everyone is well. You too, mate. Thanks for coming in first and making the show good. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, nice to have you. Thank you. And Winan, it's a beautiful song by Elvis Presley. It's simply called Memories. It's a beautiful song. Beautiful song. WECB 640, happy Decoration Day, everyone. Yeah, truly. Yeah. It's baseball, apple pie, hot dogs, and more hot dogs, and some hamburgers thrown in as well as some potato salad. Scruffy joins us not first, but first in our heart, and certainly first from VK Land. His call sign in Australia is Victor Kilo number 5, sugar-coated radio, and there it's only 5:27 a.m. Scruff, welcome, man. Seriously, thanks for being here. It's early for you, bud. Welcome, mate. It's an honor to have you here. Roger McKeon and Molly join us. Welcome, Raj and Molly. Kilo Juliet 7 Lima Lima X-ray. Andy's here. We're monitoring 14.325, assisting the National Hurricane Network. That's great work. Keep up the good work, Andy. It's a valuable service to all of us here, especially those along the southeast seaboard. Gary Strong, welcome. Whiskey 9 Papa Papa Yankee from Las Vegas, Nevada, welcome. And speaking of, just I am only really, when you think about it here for hurricane season, not only the eastern seaboard, it's also all the way to Texas and up. It's just amazing how these hurricanes can come up and really mess things up. Chris, welcome. 2 Echo Zero Union Kilo Hotel joins us also from the UK. It's nice to have you. Good evening to you, Chris. Thank you for coming. Thank you very, very much. Winan says, we will get you ape one day while we're working on it. Well, I don't, he's a pretty special dude. He really is. And he's very, very, very intelligent. If you ever watched his stuff, find him on the Smoking Ape, or you can also find him on Coffee and Ham Radio. It's 2 great shows on YouTube, really. Radio Man, welcome. Good to have you back. November Romeo 9 Whiskey. Thanks for coming this evening. Lee Rosselli, Whiskey 8 Romeo November Bravo. Thank you. Thank you. He says, good to see you, Larry. You're doing wonderful shows promoting our great hobby. Lee, thank you, sincerely. I mean that. Thank you. This is a joy to do, and today was a tough one to put together. Sorry we're almost a half hour late, but yeah, it is one of those days for me, and I thank you for being patient with me. Whiskey 2 Oscar Alpha Bravo, that's from, look at this, Perth Amboy, New Jersey. That's a first-timer. Welcome. Welcome from the Garden State with New Jersey. My gosh, beautiful state. Really is. And it's very nice for me to meet you. Thank you for coming. My name's Larry. It's an honor to have you part of the show. Thanks for coming today. Dirk joins us from Wisconsin, and I hope the weather's nice. Whiskey 9 Romeo Delta Yankee. Dragon Master 360's here. Hello, my brother Bob, courtesy WIFI. Welcome. And 4:57 a.m. there. My goodness gracious. Well, that's amazing to me. Thank you for being here. I mean that. That's pretty early. Rob from Great Lakes Reliance, Kilo 8 India Bravo X-Ray. Hello, guys. It's great to have you part of the show. Dirk's mobile. He'll do his best. Don't worry about the links. We'll be fine. The main purpose of why we do this is to help people find their way into amateur radio. And this is such a wonderful hobby. It really is. You don't have to use microphones if you don't want to. You can use a keyboard. You can make contacts that way. You can take photos and television. It's just a wonderful hobby. In fact, it's where text messaging first came to be. Amateur radio, no kidding. If you'd like to get your amateur radio license and join us, it's a great group of people here that are part of this wonderful hobby. Contact someone like the American Radio Relay League. They can be found at www.arrl.org. Please hit the contact us bar. Let them know where you're located and you'd like to get your amateur radio license. They then will send you an email back. It has a close amateur radio club to you. They can help you explain what amateur radio is about, help you understand how to pass your license. And then once you pass your license, help you get gear maybe you can borrow until you get your own. www.arrl.org. If you're coming from the CQ Calling Show from WRMI, please pull up a chair, a cup of coffee, or 2 and enjoy about an hour of talk about radio. If you ever want to hear the shows, CQ Calling is powered by ICOM for the love of ham radio, and I am deeply honored that ICOM sponsors that. You'll never know how much it means to me. It goes to Hawaii, South Pacific, Australia, and New Zealand this week. It'll be on Thursday at 8:15 UTC on 7780 kilohertz. Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East get the show twice, actually. Thursday on 19 meters at 15770 kilohertz at 2015 UTC. And then again, Friday, 2115 UTC, down on 7730 kilohertz. So some good shows for you going that way. North America will have CQ Calling on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on 93.95 kilohertz, and the Caribbean, Central, and South America friends. CQ Calling is there for you on Thursdays, 8:15 Eastern on 99.55 kilohertz. Also, that is broadcast on their internet stream at www.wrmi.net. If you'd like to email me, feel free. Reach out to me at hamradiolive@gmail.com. And we have a wonderful Discord page. It's called ham-radio-live. That's how you put it in. But in the description below, the very first thing you'll see is a link to our description, for our link, I should say, to our Discord page. We'd love to have you join us and continue in the conversation. Okay? That would be an honor. Happy Memorial Day to you. If you're in the States, outside the States, I hope this show brings some love to you. It really will. This could be a little different show. Usually I ask topic questions that are based on radio. In fact, I always do. But today it's going to be a little different because it's Memorial Day. I thought, let's open it up and bring out some memories from you. Who's a person you remember who made a profound difference in your life? Now I got your mind thinking. Put it in the comment section, and we will make it part of today's show. The weather today is powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham radio. This is a very bleak A1A. It looks like it was about a year old, but it is today's. The good news is down around 8 o'clock, you see a bright area down at the 8 o'clock side of the eastern limb of the sun. That's going to be a group of sunspots that will help to increase our SFIs as we move along late next week. It won't really start to build up the SFIs most likely till around Thursday. Here's a brief view of a little bit of the backside of the sun. Where it says east limb there, to the left of that is as much the backside as we can get. And there you see that region. So that's coming our way. The coronal hole map looks great. This is how it's actually supposed to normally look. Coronal holes are typically at the poles of the sun. That's where they are. And solar cycles happen because every 12 years or 11 years or 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 or how many it may be, the sun's magnetic fields change direction. That's what happens. So say the North Pole is positive energy of magnetic field and the North Pole was negative, the positive and the negative will flip places. And then that causes coronal holes, coronal mass ejections, a lot of activity in the sun. That happens about every between 8 and it can go as much as 11, 14, 13 years. Really can. Depends on the sun cycle, the sunspot cycle itself. The magnetosphere view, here you go. Take a look. Not much facing Earth right now. It's pretty bleak today. Courtesy of solarham.net. Great, great site to learn about solar weather, and how it all works and how it helps us or how it doesn't help us on the HF bands. Today's one of those days it doesn't help much. Here's the information. Quieter times on the Earth-facing side of the sun the past few days with no real flaring to report. A new sunspot region formed in the northwest quadrant and was assigned AR 3025. Only minor C flares should be expected during the next 24 hours. The solar wind stream remains elevated above 500 kilometers per second due to a coronal hole stream combined with possible weak CME effects. But when you look at this, it's not really there too much. That was that little bump you saw earlier today. We're really low on our solar flare detection. Only 3 visible sunspots towards Earth. Here is our solar indices. And we did get to double digits like I thought we would today. Here's a 98 for today for SFI. Sunspot number, it's up to 42, so it's up 8. That's good. Area number is up 20, which is good. So there are some things happening that will point to maybe some higher SFIs later this week. Noise floors, this is good news, down to a K1. This is terrific news. And it really gives a good idea of what the noise floors will be on the bands that are typically louder, like, the 80-meter band or the 40-meter band at night. It's just the way things work. So when we're working on noise floor information, this is actually where it comes from. It comes directly from the planet's impact on our geomagnetic field here on Earth. And today it looks like things are better. So K1, this has been one of the lowest SFIs we've had in a long, SFIs, one of the lowest K indexes we've had in a while. It's been fairly active lately. So this is some good news in the forecast for working nighttime bands. That doesn't mean you're not going to get your static crashes. You'll still get those, but you're not going to have as much noise as you've had on the lower bands. It's 3-day geomagnetic forecast. It's going to be quiet for the next 3 days, so good conditions there. QRZ's changed a little bit today at 1523. The BZ latitude was at a minus 0.7, but the solar wind quite high, 598.7 kilometers per second. So a high solar wind component, 598.7 kilometers per second. At that point, E-skip was open on 6. Here's current QRZ. SFI 98, solar number is 42. E-skip now not open. Your BZ is a positive 3.6. Solar wind still high, 573.9. Once it gets below 500, then that is not a high solar wind. That's how that works. EME degree for moon bounce people looks fair for tonight, and your HF conditions are shown right there. The nice part here is the third line from the bottom. If you take a look, signal to noise level S0 to S1. That's fantastic. That means it's going to be really nice to work nighttime bands, and they will be open. The SFI supports 40, so you'll be just fine. Current Kilo Charlie 2 Golf map, we're going to see less 10-meter openings here because the SFI just doesn't support it. 20 meters right along the U.S.-Canadian border. North of there, 20 megahertz, I should say. North of there, you're running right about, 14 megahertz. So this in Canada right now, 20 meters is wide open. U.S., for sure, you've got great conditions just about most places on 15 meters. You get down south towards Texas, 26 megahertz, but really no 10 meters there. See where it is? It's in Central America. So, this is going to be less of 10-meter time for us and more of trying to work hopefully 15, but certainly 20 during the day, and 40, 80, 160 at night. Down south, then our beautiful countries there, I should say, of South America, 10-meter bands open really well along the Atlantic coast. You head north, and right about in Venezuela, 27 megahertz. Heading towards Europe, 20 megahertz in Great Britain, 19 in France, 20 in Germany in the darks. That's good. 19 megahertz, the far north part of Norway, and 15 megahertz in Sweden, far north. Heading towards Africa, great conditions in the central part of the country, 28 megahertz on the western edge of the Sahara Desert, down south towards Cape Town, 10 megahertz. If you're in Namibia, where our friend Winan is, you're right about on 17 meters right now. Far east, we have 20 megahertz in the North Island, a very weird 53 megahertz showing, which is not accurate. No way. More like 22, 23 megahertz. So that still supports 15 meters in Japan. In Australia, still dark. 10 meters on the north coast, 10 in the northern area there around Darwin. And right there, that's where you're going to be picking up, the tropical 10-meter band. So you'll get some tropospheric ducting there most likely today. Heading on the west coast towards Perth, you're going to be on right about 12 megahertz right now. Friends in New Zealand, look at that far left. It's hard to see New Zealand here. Even if I bring this out a little bit, you just can't see New Zealand very well. You see the South Island, but not the North. The South Island right now is right there on right about 18 megahertz on the way there, but the North Island is real close to 10 megahertz, and that's common with the way 10 megahertz is acting right now. Your forecast today, worldwide, for ham and shortwave powered by ICOM for the love of ham radio. SFIs continue to drop through Thursday. I think we get in the upper 80s sometime Wednesday or Thursday. Quieter noise floors, though, through Wednesday. Voice bands in the north, 20, 17, and that's probably it. You might get some 15, but watch for some QSB there. There'll be some fade. That'll be in the northern hemisphere here. Equatorial latitudes, 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10. Conditions still great in the mid-latitudes. In your southern hemisphere, kind of similar to the north, but you'll add 12 to this. Southern hemisphere, you'll have 20, 17, 15, 12, and possible 10 meters in the south. CB radio skip is closed in the north. It's open in the mid-latitudes, and it's mostly closed really in the south right now. Just rough conditions today. Nighttime ham bands, 160, 80, 75, 60, 40, 30. Your best DX will be on 40 and 80 tonight. 20 meters will work maybe a little bit after sunset, but really you're going to be working more 40 and 80 right now with the low SFI. Shortwave bands during the daytime, 31, 25, 22, and 19. Your shortwave nighttime bands, 120, 90, 75 and 60, 49, 41, 31, 25, 22. 100% chance of 19 meters in the northern hemisphere about 1 hour after sunset. The signals will fade away. Your go-to bands today, really on shortwave daytime, will be 22 and 25 and 31. Your nighttime for real good DX, 60, 49, 41, 31, and 25. That's where you have your best DX. Today's ranking is a 3. We just don't have good conditions. Very low SFI. We've got a very high solar wind, and we just don't have excellent conditions today for amateur radio on the HF bands. VHF and UHF are fine, but folks that are on the HF side definitely having a little bit of problem with their signals today because of the low SFI. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's nice to see you on a Monday. All right, let's welcome some folks. We're going to talk today about Morse code versus text messaging. Who could do it faster? That's kind of a fun segment. And then we also have a neat little segment that Ishmael sent from Dominica regarding a really nice little Yagi antenna. It doesn't cost that much money. It'll get you 10, 11, and maybe 12 if you've got a good auto tuner. And man, you can just get that thing up. It doesn't have to be high because it's 10 meters. 10 meters is, you can be lower to the ground on 10. And it's not huge because it's a shorter wavelength. So it'll be a neat little segment. I hope it'll help you out. Let's say hello to some folks. And a very happy Memorial Day to you wherever you may be in this world. I want to welcome John in Saskatchewan. Victor Echo 5 Juliet Hotel, November. Welcome. Good to have you, my friend. Daniel says, You're the Ape is an advanced AI that is slowly engineering humanity's downfall from the depths of his cryogenically cooled servers in Svalbard, Norway. Of course he is. Greg, Kilo Fox Zero, Charlie Union Zulu, welcome. It's good to have you, buddy. And Oscar Perth in Amboy, New Jersey. Thank you, Larry. It's a pleasure to be here for the first time, and it's an honor to have you here, too. I mean that sincerely. Thank you very, very much for being here today on the show. Yeah, I mean that. Stian Jorns is from Norway. Hi, Stian. Lima Alpha 3, Lima Tango Alpha, welcome. Good evening to you there. Nice to have you. Rob Q, Los Angeles is here. Hi, Rob. Welcome here. I hope Southern California has some nice weather today. W. Kirby, Whiskey 4 Hotel Kilo Juliet, good afternoon to you as well as Ron Walensky. He's here from Monroe, Washington, which is in the Seattle area, suburb. November 8, Whiskey Charlie Romeo, welcome to you, Ron. Always a pleasure to see you. Always. It's always nice to have you. Papa Anton is here. Papa Charlie 4 Alpha Delta. Nice to have all of you here. Jeff joins us from Eastern Tennessee, November 4 Papa Oscar Delta. And let's get into that question of today, which is a special one. This is going to bring back some memories. It's Memorial Day here in the States. We'll share a little bit of love from the States to all of you today. All right? W. Kirby starts us off. He says, my father, best Marine ever. That's great, Curb. Thank you. That's a nice comment. I'm glad to hear that. We look up to our parents. They do the best they can. The way I look at life, and maybe not, this may not be everybody's opinion, but this is mine. Your parents are there to raise you, make sure you have food, clothing, and a good education. And then after you get to be an adult, hopefully you've learned enough that you can be on your own, and then honor your parents for what they did for you, right? And your parents don't owe you any more than that. Your parents owe you the love and support through your life, and certainly will be there for you. But after that, you've got to be accountable to yourself. That's just my thought on it. It's a different world today. Sometimes I look and I go, ooh, boy. Yeah, but thank you, Kirby. That's a very nice comment about your dad. I'm sure he is very honored about something like that, too. That's pretty cool. Again, somebody who made a profound interest in your life. Thank you for putting it for the show. Kevin, my angel sent from heaven, the wonderful lady I was lucky to make my wife in August of 2000. Beautiful, Kevin. That's beautiful. Wow. Jeff, Larry, you're early. I was expecting 1900 Zulu. It is 1900 Zulu. It's where it started, man. Right? Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some time's off. I'm not sure. Nicolai joins us from Romania. Hi, bud. It's been a long time since we've seen you. We missed you. We really have. Hello, Larry. Hi, all. Hope everyone is well and safe. I'm really sorry for not being able to join the shows lately, being really busy with life and getting his bachelor's degree in history. Nikolai, it's okay. We're grateful you're here today. That's the main thing, buddy. We're glad to see you. We talk radio here just about every day, and we have a little fun. and hopefully you can enjoy the show today. Andy New from the Bristol part of England. It's a nice comment. Mike 7 Charlie U November. Profound interest in his life really made a profound impact for him. Both my parents were influential in my life. My dad passed away in 2004, mother in 2001, and he's an only child. They were always supported, whatever I wanted to do, until they split up in 1981. Well, you know what, buddy? They did their best for you, and that's pretty cool. Andy says 150 SFI is not forecast until 14 June. We'll see. We'll see if it happens. Forecasting is hard to do. It really is. And to go out that far, yeah, I give credit to people. If they're right, that's great. That's good. That's very good. Red Summit, that's Charlie. Great job on the YouTubers Hamfest this weekend, Chuck. Great segments on CW. November Juliet 7 Victor. Great YouTube channel, too. Great YouTube channel. John Hummel Newell, Victor Echo 5 Juliet Hotel, November. For me, it was my father, Peter Hummel Newell. He was a radio officer for the British Merchant Navy during World War II. He never got to see me be a ham, but I know he'd be proud of what he's accomplished in me. John, that's nice. Nice comment. Beautiful comment. That's beautiful. If you have some memories, people who have gone before you but made a profound impact on your life, put them in the comment section. We'll share it today. DJ, hi all, remember the fallen today. And that's true. Yep. Notice he didn't say the fallen military today because that's not Memorial Day. Memorial Day, does the president honor the tomb of the unknown soldier? Yes, he does. But the point is, we honor everybody who passed away, back in the day, on Memorial Day. So it's a profound day for all of us here in the States. DJ, nice comment. Thank you for that. That's really very, very good. Dirk in Wisconsin, the most influential person in my life was my Uncle Danny. Vietnam, veteran 5. He got, 5 Purple Hearts, Bronze Star and more. Taught me how, hold on, buddy. I'm trying to see everything. How every life, I'm going to say it probably wrong, but I think I'm trying to say what you mean. Taught me how everything works in life. Even an enemy is sacred. Okay, Dirk, I hope I didn't mangle that too bad. Just trying to read what you said and then translate it and put it out there for you. So I hope I did okay. Yeah. So his dad, very important to him. Rob Q in Los Angeles, my mentor and first boss that took me under his wing and taught electrical and LA talk radio. Host George Putnam, who thought about right and wrong. Nice work, Rob. Thank you. Yeah. And Graham, 10 and 15 were wide open yesterday here in Australia. Yeah. And it depends where you're at in Australia. I mean, in some places it will be, in some places it isn't. And the MUF map, I watch it during the day. We do the shows here now between 1900 and 20 UTC. But I tend to watch it a lot during the day. And for the most part, there's 2 lobes of it. There's a northern lobe that's kind of thin. There's a southern lobe that's kind of big. And it's looked like that now for quite a few weeks. And it's just in some place of Australia you'll get it, some place it won't. Here's what it looks like. And that kind of gives you an idea of just how far south it goes. So, people down south on the southern end of Australia and Tasmania, they will not get 12 today. Just not there for conditions, that's all. But good stuff, and we're grateful you're part of the show today. Really are, And hopefully we'll get some 15 here. I'm not sure. Nicolai, Yankee Oscar 8, November India Kilo. For me, it was my grandfather. I got my name from his. My childhood developed around him, and I learned a lot from him. Farming, carpentry, forestry, history, trains, and some radio listening too. Nice comment, Nicolai. Yeah. Nicolai's a young man. He just got his license, and that's pretty darn cool. Really, really is. Aaron from Canada, welcome. Just my luck. Get HF running in a lull in the SFI. It's okay. We have been spoiled, you guys. Think about it. The solar cycle typically will run on an average of 11 years, and there are ebbs and flows to every solar cycle. Just because we're hitting a little dip doesn't mean it's bad stuff. Just means right now it's not real great. Wait till later in the week and watch what happens. You'll all of a sudden discover the bands are more open and less fade, and maybe, keep that low noise floor down. It'll be great. But in the meantime, keep in mind, 20 meters is still great to use. All you do is you call CQ. The bands are dead until you call CQ. If a lot of people got on the bands like they do on contest weekends and just called CQ on 20, the bands would be great. So don't worry about it. Make calls on 20. You'll make them, and you'll make great calls. You really will, Aaron. Absolutely. I always say the bands are dead thing drives me nuts. It just does, because it's not true. It just isn't. Because 10 and 12 and 15 may not work too well, then work 17 and work 20. They'll be great. You can do it. Mary, Morse code is faster. D Golf 6, Juliet Mike X-ray. We'll find out. We will. Charlie, I sincerely thank all of you in here who supported and watched my interviews yesterday for the YouTube Ham Fest. You're welcome, Charlie. You're welcome. You're welcome, mate. I'm glad that you got off to it. Scruffy, off to work. Later, Larry and guys. Scruff, enjoy that work. We're glad you're there. We're glad you did it. Glad you did. And Dirk, I think, sums it up well. Whiskey 9 Romeo Delta Yankee. Hey, Charlie, you and the other ham tubers put out some great shows over the weekend. Well done. Very well done. Absolutely. Absolutely. Today's question of the show, it's Memorial Day here in the States, okay? Who made a profound impact on your life? And keep in mind, I understand that we're ham radio live here, right? But we still are human, and today is Memorial Day. So we're going to send some love from the States around the world today and make it Memorial World. And we're going to talk about you and talk about the people who made a profound difference in your life. That's important too. Charlie from Red Summit RF. My grandfather, who passed away years ago, still has a profound influence in my life. I live to make him proud. Nice comment. That might be the comment of the show. Seriously, that might be it. Beautiful comment, Charlie. Really is. Aaron Lutz, Red Summit, same with me and mine. I was lucky enough to have two grandfathers that have long been strong influences and continue to be by the standard I live to try and live by. That's pretty darn cool. That really is. Jeff says, that's it. I'm just going to set all the clocks in the house to UTC. And Aaron, Jeff, just do one. Yeah, same here. I do the same thing. Robert, welcome. It's so nice to have you. Thank you for being here. Whiskey 5, India Union Alpha says, my father, Whiskey 0, Echo Foxtrot Zulu, who's an SK, who got me into ham radio back in 1970. Beautiful. That's beautiful, man. That really is. Wow. Robert, it's an honor to have you here. Thank you for coming today and sharing your Memorial Day with all of us. Barry Wendon, my dad, he was a ham, Golf 8, Alpha Juliet Lima, now a silent K. Well, you know what, Barry? Sounds like he was a good influence on you, right? Taught you a lot. Sitting by the radio together, tubes maybe glowing in the amplifier, or the radio could be a, tube radio. And there you were together, learning radio, and he was teaching you. That's a nice comment. I love that. I really do. Could just imagine how special that would be. Winan says, Morse, is there what video on it? I put my life on the line. I think he's thinking that Morse code will be faster. We'll find out in a second. Jeff, I would like to say the most influential person was my grandfather. He's where I got my tinkering and electromechanical aptitude from. He got me into radio when he was 9 years old. Isn't that special? That's great. Jerry Jones. Woo, boy. Sorry, Jerry. Kilo 4 Papa Zulu here. Suffering the dead bands. Call CQ. Call CQ. They won't be dead. Dad gummit. Dan Martin, I missed the half the show program on my DMR radio. That's okay. You're here, man. That's all that matters. And plus, if you watch every show, you just might get brain damage. Jerry Jones, my Icom 76 has UTC right on the display. Yep. It's cool because you can put UTC on it, or you can put just your time on it, and that's it. That's nice with a lot of radios that'll do that. I like that feature, by the way. I really do. Kevin, my other huge influence was my grandmother, who raised me to be a genuinely honest and caring human being. That's a beautiful comment, Kev. Thanks. Seriously. Steve in the UK, Mike 7, Indy Whiskey Hotel. My grandfather, initials IWH, was SWL listening. That got my dad into ham radio. I never met him as he passed before I was born. But that's where the whole lineage began for Steve in the UK. His call sign, Mike 7, India Whiskey Hotel. Steve, thank you. Thank you. Rod in Western Pennsylvania, Whiskey 3, Mike Papa Golf. My uncle fought in the Japan, Philippines, Borneo area. He was one of the first Army Rangers and was a Purple Heart recipient. He was like a father to me. Congrats. That's great. Rod, that is so cool, man. That's nice. Nice comment. Let's see. I passed away in the Fork Island. I'm not sure. Andy, all my buddies passed away in the Falkland, in the Falkland Islands is what you mean. My buddy. Oh, okay. So he has a friend that passed away in the Falkland Islands incident that happened. Okay. See, I've got to be kind of a translator on some of these things too. I'm trying to read your mind sometimes. Sorry, mates. Okay. Jeff says we both took our novice classes together. We passed it on written. Unfortunately, he had some hearing issues from the war and career in steel mills and was never able to pass the CW test. Jeff, I bet he'd be very, very proud of you. Really would be, I bet. Yeah. Winan in Africa, he says, not anybody really parents, but if I need to choose non-human, I'll say my heavenly Father that protects me in every way. Beautiful comment. That's a nice comment. Nice comment to say that. Tom, really late. Good evening to you in Bahrain, Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey. Welcome to the show. It's good to see you. We're going to do that thing you sent me on WhatsApp as our sign off today. I hope you like it. Dan Martin, too many shows or too much DMR both could further damage my brain. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. And let's see, Graham in VK land, my father made a great impact on my life. He taught me to respect others. He served in the Army defending New Guinea and Darwin in World War II. God bless all those who served. Amen to that. Absolutely. Aaron says, we had an old tube radio when I was a kid. It had the shortwave bands on it. I would sneak downstairs at night when everyone else was asleep and tune in Russia, Germany, and the rest of Europe. Did any of you guys do that too? I thought I was the only person in the world that did stuff like that. That is a really neat comment. That really is. Thanks for sharing that, Aaron. That's beautiful. Beautiful comment, man. Really is. Radio Coach, I salute all former and current military people serving to protect America. My dad served in World War I. Salute. My goodness. Thank you. Nice comment. Really. That's a nice comment. Absolutely. Tom says, my grandfather was wounded in northern France, received a Purple Heart. He married at 40 in 1933. Isn't that something? Wow. That's really cool. Thank you, Tom. Ron Walensky, November 8, Whiskey Charlie Romeo. My older brother, Ken, Kilo 8, Yankee Lima Yankee, was an influence on me after my dad died. And that is very, very special. Wow. That's nice to hear, Ron. Thank you for sharing that today on the show. I mean that. Whiskey 4, Oscar Romeo Hotel, Ron, first timer. We always welcome first timers. Welcome to Ham Radio Live. Nice to meet you. He is my father, Whiskey Alpha 9 Golf Union Hotel, Silent Key. Got us both at Amateur Radio, 1963. Wow. That is such a nice comment. That's the year I was born, 1963. Amazing. Thank you for the comment. And again, Ron, it's really nice to meet you. Truly is. Anton in Holland didn't have a tube radio, but I listened. But I also listen deep into the night sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. That was fun, man. Much fun when we'd be on, and we'd listen at night and hear finally them ID who they were, because maybe we didn't know the station, right? And you'd have to wait until the top of the hour, and then they would ID. That was fun back in the day. All right, let's catch up with some guests who are coming. Tim Duffy, K3LR, comes to the channel on June 11th at 1900 UTC. He's going to be taking your ham radio contesting and, questions about him. Should be a lot of fun. Tim has a super station there, and he's got just an amazing setup, like the dream of dream shacks. And Tim is kind enough to join us June 11th at 1900 UTC. Please join us for a fun show with Tim Duffy. Then coming up on June the 24th, meet Hayden, Victor Kilo 7, Hotel from Ham Radio DX. He'll be on YouTube answering your questions live. He's going to be very, 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 very active and interested in hearing what you have to say. And I know he's looking forward to coming, and we're grateful he is. What I want to remind you of, this is not going to be a Saturday show because of the date and timing difference between here in the western part of the U.S. and Australia, where he lives. So the show will be on a Friday. This show will be on a Friday, June 24th, and the time is late, I know, but 2300 UTC, but that makes it work for us where he's at and where I'm at. So please join us June 24th at 2300 UTC. Meet Hayden from Ham Radio DX here on YouTube. We're going to talk about YouTube YouTube, ham radios, and all kinds of fun. His call sign, Victor Kilo 7 Hotel Hotel. Then, July 9th, that is a Saturday, 1900 UTC, meet Carlos, Kilo Delta 9, Oscar Lima November, talking about Parachute Mobile. He'll be taking your questions, and that will be an amazing show. Honored to have Carlos coming. Then, July 16th at 1900 UTC, meet Kevin Zanjani from Bioenno Power. He'll be answering your questions worldwide about portable operating, maybe which Bioenno product could help you in the summer if you want to work portable. I want to thank Bioenno and Kevin for joining the show. Also, July 30th, there he is, the guy who put together a Hamvention. There he is. The YouTube ham, what is it called? The YouTubers Ham Fest. That's it. Jason, I'm so grateful for this. Kilo Charlie 5, Hotel Whiskey Bravo, can join us from his ham radio shack there in Texas. Join him. The guy, you've seen his stuff, I'm sure, on Ham Radio 2.0. He'll be here live July 30th at 1900 UTC. Meet Jason from Ham Radio 2.0. We'll have a ball with him and truly have an awful lot of fun answering your questions. We have a lot of very great guests coming to help you in different parts of amateur radio, and also ways for you to ask some questions about their YouTube channel too. All right, let's get into the first segment. This is about an affordable antenna that works 3 bands. Now, keep in mind, the 3rd band you're going to need a tuner for, but it can tune the 12-meter band. This is a native 10-meter antenna, also can work 11-meter CB, and can work U12 with a tuner. It is the Sirio SR27. This is going to be a fun little segment. I want to thank Ishmael, all the way from Dominica, for sending the video.
Hey guys, it's Vids for Lids. Today I'm doing a review of the Sirio SR27-4-4, a 4-element Yagi made for 10 meters and 11 meters, and I can actually get it to tune up on 12 meters, but it's got a, it took about 5 or 6 hours for me to assemble while it was raining outside, and so far it made about 5 or 6 contacts in the bottom of the solar cycle, and it's got a gamma match right up there, and that you see in the picture, and it's pretty lightweight. It only costs about 160 bucks off of Amazon, and as you can see here too, I got my little temporary grounding solution for it until I can get it up in the air. But even with 10 feet off the ground, I've been able to work well, I've been able to hear Brazil, and I've been able to work Argentina, and I've talked to a couple people, and I've compared it to my G5 RV over here as well, and I've been able to hear significantly better signals with the Yagi. It's a lot quieter, and a gain of about 3 S units. So that's my review so far with the Sirio SR27. Stay tuned for more videos.
A lot of fun. Anyways, Bob, nice to hook up with you. Continued good health and happiness to you.
And that's the end of the video. He kind of ends it right there. But what's nice about that antenna, kind of like when I showed you how AM radio, if you turn it, remember, it'll help find the station for you, because many portable AM radios have an antenna built into it. Makes it simple. So if you simply turn the radio, you'll be facing towards the transmitter and it comes in great. But if you turn a little to the side, it starts to fade. The nice thing about an antenna like that is if you're trying to work 10, and 10 is going to be a golden band. I mean, just because it's not working today and it hasn't been working for a couple of weeks doesn't mean it's not going to work. It's going to be great as solar cycle 25 continues. That antenna could be amazing for you. Really could be, especially to work 10 and 12. And if you have a CB, you can work 11 on it too, and then just direct the path of it. 3 dB of gain. That's pretty nice. It only says 3 S units of gain. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's talk about something else. And by the way, before I do that, I do want to say hello to my dear friend Ferdinando Pargi. He's in Italy. It's nice to see you again, Ferdy. Thanks. Ferdy's a good friend, and I appreciate you being here today. He says, stand up for Ham Radio Live. Even in Italy, bless your heart. That's nice. And yeah, Aaron, Jason has an amazing channel. Amazing. And yes, some great guests are coming. We truly are. And Andrew, you talked about your grandfather. Sorry to hear about that. You know, my profound influences in life was my grandfather and my mother. They both were very profound in making me the person I am today. honesty, humility, and to try and always help another person. I learned that from my mom and my grandfather. They both were just super in my life. And to them, I always think of Memorial Day. And it was just one of those things that my mother died on Memorial Day. It's one of those things. So, yeah. Let me catch up. Final thing. There's the Vids for Lids video link. Thank you, Dirk, is always on top of things. Thank you, mate. Whiskey 9 Romeo Delta Yankee. Amazing. Amazing. That's good stuff. All right. Let's talk about this. Okay. So you have a keyer or a paddle, right? Doing some Morse code. All right. And you have a cell phone and you put it on text messaging. You don't have any idea what the message is going to be. You have to flip over a card, send Morse code, and text out the message at the same time. Who can do it faster? Wait till you see this video.
On it. When I say ready, set, go, when I say go, flip over your card and send the message to your partner at the other desk, okay? Ready, set, go! Yell out as soon as you have the message and then read me the message. You can hear the Morse code? Can you hear it going on?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Very exciting. Let's see who is faster. Oh, let's see our Morse code.
Morse code 1. How about that? Yep. Between text messaging and sending code. Now, I understand the guy's quick, right? He can do quick send. But still, I mean, when you got your keypad, you're just typing out the messages really fast. You don't know what it is, but you type it out. Then you got to key it out. Morse code wins. It's just amazing. And yes, you do have to be very proficient to do it, but you still have to do it. That was a great video. I want to thank, who was it that sent that video? I got to remember. I'll have it in the Discord section just a moment. Hang in there for that, okay? Question today is really kind of a fun one. Who was a profound person you remember who made a profound difference in your life? So someone really special who made a very profound difference in your life. Put it in the comment section. And what we'll do is we'll make it part of the show on this beautiful Monday here in the Northwest. All right. Let's go to a viewer that we want to honor today. He's all the way in Russia. It's Nicolai, Romeo 7, Delta November. I'll show you where he's at, but let's first get to know him. He's got grid squares, he's got continents of the world, and he's got an amazing shack. Look at this. Here is Nicolai's shack. You can see that he's got some great rigs there. I can see a 3000 sitting there. I don't want to do the thing like Romper Room. I'm afraid that then I'm going to get the Romper Room mirror again. He's got a beautiful ICOM right dead center. Some nice computers, nice monitors. Beautiful. Look at this. Here's his. Look at this. Would you like to have something like this hanging out in your yard somewhere? That is some beautiful antennas, man. Again, Romeo 7, Delta November, Nicolai in Russia who watches the show. Here he is. He's a farmer, just like Kevin, Kilo Bravo 0, Union, India, I believe it is. Sorry, Kilo Lima Bravo 0, India. Sorry, Kevin in Iowa. And I still said it wrong. Kev, you know what I'm talking about. Kevin in Iowa. So the guy who does all the cool antennas, this is Nicolai right there in the middle of his field. Here's his QSO card. Take a look. Romeo 7, Delta November, Nicolai. Beautiful work here. And this is what it looks like if you take a look around his farm in the beautiful country of Russia. Take a look. Want to know where he's at? We'll show you in just a second. Here is his gorgeous ICOM radio. He's currently decoding radio teletype. The guy does a lot with this thing, and really, it just works wonders for him. And if you wonder where he's at, here is where he's located in Russia. He's just north of Georgia. He's just to the southwest of Ukraine. That's where he's located at. Again, Nicolai, Romeo 7, Delta November. That's Romeo 7, Delta November. Thank you so much for being someone so special that you watch Ham Radio Live all the way from Russia. To me, that's a giant honor. Thank you, buddy. Isn't that cool? You know, it's so special to me that people from around the world watch this show because it's a silly radio show. It's about radio. And we talk about different things and we share content and try and answer questions, and we have the Discord chat after the show. And we try and do things that help you join in radio, either in amateur radio, or we also celebrate shortwave, CB, AMDX. Radio's radio. look, when I was DXing shortwave, if all of a sudden I heard a really rare station, for example, and like it might have been Radio Libya or something like that, and it was really coming in weak, and I couldn't barely hear it, but I was turning the radio, and I was adding an antenna, and I was trying to, and then I got the ID, and I was so happy. I'd sent for the QSL card. You know, it is just as much excitement for those people when they pick up that SWL station as it is for us when we make a call on amateur radio. Ham radio is fun. Shortwave is fun. AMDX is great too. If you love radio, we're glad you're here. Okay? We really are. We really are. All right, let's go upstairs. Take a look at the Muppets. Hopefully the angry hams aren't quite so angry today. Hopefully. We'll find out.
Well, I think I'll go to the dentist.
No?
Sure, after this show, nothing hurts.
Of course. The angry hams. What are you going to do? 170 to 155 is the score, and we're running out of month. So, U.S., you better hurry up. North America, get your boots up. We got to get this game closer. First question. How many U.S. call sign districts border the Great Lakes? Okay, how many? Is it 2? That'd be A. B is 3. C is 4. D is 5. So how many call sign districts border the Great Lakes? A, 2. B, 3. C is 4. And D is 5. Okay, so let's take up first person gets it right. Gets it right either for the world or for North America. Good luck. This is where Larry gets a drink of water. It's an honest truth. Andy knew with a comment. The other person who changed my life was Chet Atkins, was influential in me taking up the guitar. When he passed away in 2001, it was felt like losing a family member. It's pretty cool. Aaron, that's nice. Thank you for saying about the like button. Yeah, you know, I hope people like it. Thank you for saying that. Jeff, November 4, Papa Oscar Delta, first one in. He answers with D, which would be 5 call districts, border the Great Lakes, and he got it. It's 5. Congrats. There you go. North America getting closer. 165 to 170 to 160 now. The world is ahead. So that's a good answer. All right. Yeah, there are 5. 5 call districts in the United States border at some point at the Great Lakes. Let's take a look at the map. You've got call sign District 0, and that part where you would get the Great Lakes is Minnesota, right there in the north around Duluth. That's Lake Superior. So there's 1. You have call District 9, which includes, of course, Michigan and Indiana and Wisconsin, Illinois. Okay, so you get Lake Michigan there. Okay, and also Upper Michigan gets both Lake Superior as well as Lake Michigan, right? So as you move over then, call District 8 gets a little bit too. So you have 0, 9, and 8. Okay, that part of Ohio gets, you know, and then it gets, and Michigan get, of course, Lake Erie, and so that's part of it too. And then that little part up on call District 3 of Pennsylvania, the northern part of the Keystone State, gets Lake Erie as well. And then finally, call District 2. And that's New York, right around Buffalo. They border right there on the eastern edge of Lake Erie around Buffalo. So the call districts that get the Great Lakes, would right, you know, someplace bordering it, would be call District 0, 9, 8, 3, and 2. So that makes 5 of them correct. And that's why Jeff got it right. Congratulations to Jeff. Yep, well done. Andy knew. You're right about SWLing, Larry. Yeah, when you get that signal, you've been trying for an hour and it finally comes in. It's really special. Andrew, he had 3. That would be B, not it. Dan got it right. Anton with C. Andy Kelly with C. And let's see, Red Summiter F. That's Charlie with D. Aaron Lutz with D. Ron Walensky had it right. So did Winan in Africa. Jerry, don't worry about it. Kilo 4 Papa Zulu. You've got a lot of good knowledge and you do it all the time, man. Kill in Norway, welcome. Good to see you. Lima Bravo Zero, Yankee India. Always a pleasure when you're here, Kill. Thank you. He answered B. Dirk also in Wisconsin. I'm trying to think of the state because I've also got other states on my mind around the Great Lakes. Sorry. Steve also had D. And Stuart, welcome. Amateur Radio. Stuart, he had C. Welcome back, my friend. And Nicolai had C. And yeah, red it is. It's just sometimes what happens is QRZ repeats questions quick, and I just grab what I can so I have material. That's the honest truth. Yep. Okay, second question. Current score, the world 170. North America is at 160. And this will be 10 points for you North Americans and 5 for the world. Question. In what country was the cubical quad antenna invented? Okay, so the cubical quad antenna. Was it invented in A, Ecuador? Was it B, the US? Was it C, Canada? Or D, Germany? Let me know where the cubical quad antenna was invented. First one that gets it right in their country gets it on the scoreboard. Good luck. We have so many different antennas in amateur radio. We really do. And it's it's kind of funny, because when you think of all the different antennas, and where where they start, it's kind of like, wow, geez, that's a different one. That's a different one. Look at that. That's a different one. And there's so many cool ones. And you might be surprised exactly where this one might have come from. Yeah. Maybe so. So let's take a look. A is Ecuador. B is the United States. C would be Germany. And, C is Canada. D is Germany. First one coming in here to our side on this one. We've got Barry Wendon with D, Germany. And that one isn't it. Tom says in Bahrain, Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey comes in with a comment. He says, years ago, I visited a BBC HF shortwave station located on the island of I'm going to say it wrong. I know I am. Of Masria in the country of Oman, Indian Ocean. It's now been shut down. And that's too bad. Yeah. Love shortwave. I'm a big still shortwave listener. Andy knew the question came up before, but I couldn't remember the answer. It's okay. It's okay. Chris got it all figured out. Chris just says, just answer with E. No! Jeff with D on this one. Germany. That's not it. Nope. And Red also with Germany. Not it. Nicolai in Romania. C, Canada. Nope. That's not it. Andy New answered with D, Germany. That is not correct. Rod in Western Pennsylvania, Whiskey 3 Mike Papa Golf. He has A, and he got it correct. North America went 2 for 2 today. How about that? 170 to 170. It is a tie game, folks. Yeah. It was invented in Ecuador. And for folks that may not know where that is, Ecuador is on the far northwest edge of the continent of South America. There's Ecuador as it kind of peeks in there. And if you want to see what one of these antennas look like, I can show you real quick. Here is a really neat picture of a cubical quad antenna, which is going to come in small, but hang in there, we'll get it bigger. There you go. So there's cubical quad. That's cubical quad antenna. First country to invent that came from Ecuador, part of our history in ham radio. And I'm grateful that you all got part of that right. That was fun. Yeah, Stuart also just missed it for the world with A. Anton had D, Dirk with E, Aaron with C, Steve with C, Kel with D, and Jerry Jones, I am again clueless. No! You're okay. You're okay. Barry Wendon had D, Kirby had D, Dirk says, I think my stream is 5+ seconds behind Jeff and Charlie. Oh, boy. Wine and D and not C. Rob from L.A. had A. Rob Walensky in the beautiful area of Monroe, Washington. He had D. It's a good group today. It really is. And Winan now is up to B. So we'll keep on. Andy goes D and then C. Yeah, you guys understand. Jeff, it is surprising. Yeah, it came from Ecuador. It just shows that ham radio or amateur radio, wherever you want to say it, is a worldwide hobby, right? It's part of the world, and we all have our little elements. The quad comes from Ecuador. The Yagi comes from Japan, right? All of these wonderful antennas have history behind them. And sometimes it's fun to look at the history of that. All right, final part of this segment, because we're going to close the door on this show in a moment. Who's a person you remember who made a profound difference in your life? We'll make it part of the show. We'll check the Discord channel, and then we'll get to those final comments. If you go on to Discord, by the way, at the top of this video, in the description section of the video, you'll have our Discord link. I'll have it there. We'd love to have you join us. People from all over the world join the conversation. And I try and get on after every show the best I can and talk with people for a few minutes. And then people, for some reason, they don't leave, which makes me happy. But anyway, love to have you join us on Discord after the show. First page, it looks just like this. And then when you move to the second page, it adds a little bit more. So it's kind of fun. We're going to honor a little bit of VK land today with this one. So let's have a little down under. All right, moving on. First one, here's Sparks. Good stuff. We've shown that one before. Kevin Deegan working a pile up on a 3000. That's fun. Here's Jim showing Elcraft KX1. He had a little video we showed yesterday. It's kind of fun. And we did get a correction on this, by the way. This is not Hank. This is Harold the dog, not Hank the dog. Thank you, Andy. Andy, thanks for clarifying. It was Hank, not Harold. Harold is the dog. That's his neighbor. It's pretty cool, actually, when you think about it. That's fun. Good stuff, you guys. And you know what? Not much on Discord today, so not a whole lot more to share, but that'd be fun. Just kind of go back and share just a little bit of fun for our Discord channel. We'd love to have you join us. Show us some photos of your shack, your antennas, just something funny for Friday. And don't forget, Funny Fridays too, right? Every Friday we're going to do a show that will have some funny elements to the Discord. So funny memes, photos, videos, whatever. Put them on the Discord channel and we'll make that part of the show. It'll be our Funny Fridays show. All right. Final comments before we close the door on this here little shack. Tom says, Cube Quad was a great DX antenna on 11 meters. Yep. And very large. No kidding. Jeff says, my phone is like 7 seconds behind his television. That's life, man. Dirk, there's the Discord link for after the show. Please like and subscribe, Jeff says. Thank you for your kindness. Andy, Cubicle Quad, good name for a rock band. Okay, guys, thank you for being here today on a beautiful Monday. It's Memorial Day here in the States, day where we make hot dogs, hamburgers, apple pie, watch some baseball, and remember the fallen before us. Thank you for being part of our Memorial Day here in the United States. We want to help you get your amateur radio license. There's a great group that can help you. Even if you're not in England or Ireland or Scotland or in the UK, anywhere, you can use this group to help you find an amateur radio club that's close to you. Just contact them and let them know that you'd like to get your license and where you're from. What they'll do is they'll send you an email back that will have the information for an amateur radio club that's near you that you can then reach out and contact, and then they're going to help you get your license and help you pass your test. And the cool part, many clubs, because the guys in the clubs, right, they have like lots of stuff and stuff. Sometimes lots of different gear like radios, antennas, and coax. They may let you borrow the stuff so you can get yourself a good start. It all starts with that wonderful start by getting a hold of the Radio Society of Great Britain, though. Contact them at www.rsgb.org. Great group in Great Britain. They'll help you get your license. www.rsgb.org. Make sure, please, hit the contact us bar. My name's Larry. My call sign, Amateur Radio, is Kilo 7 Hotel November. It's an honor and privilege for me to do this show every day. I try and do it where we talk about radio. We hang out together, and the audience has gotten much bigger than I ever expected. I give glory to God for that. I really do, because I pray hard before every show. But in the end, it's you that come. It makes it fun. Thanks, guys, wherever you may be. Until we meet again, hopefully tomorrow at 1900 UTC, God bless you, and goodbye, everybody.
This is the Nation Station. WLW, the Crosley Radio Corporation, Cincinnati.
Ladies and gentlemen, with this presentation, we are concluding the broadcasting activities of WLW, the Nation Station, owned and operated by the Crosley Radio Corporation, Cincinnati, Ohio, the United States of America. By authority of the Federal Communications Commission, WLW operates at the assigned frequency of 700 kilocycles and uses a full signal strength of 500,000 watts. Speaking on behalf of the entire staff of WLW, the world's most powerful broadcast station, may I bid you a pleasant good night and good morning.
My country, tears of the in bed.